Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter when you may be catching the replay of this particular call. I am Altavis at Altavis Unmuted across social media, and this is our 12 p.m. Friday influencer call. We hit on some important topics that are, able to help you in this influencer, journey, right? Some of the things are things that we've tried and tested. Some things are new, and we get the opportunity to come together and kind of talk about it and create a strategy that's individualized so that way we can go ahead and make even more money. That part, right? If you're catching this via the replay and you weren't live to ask questions, no worries. You can ask questions in the comment section on the replay. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button, or you can ask questions over in the Logi group where the link to the replays are there as well. You also get the link sent to you via email, so it pays for you to be a part of that Logi group because they are sent out every week, usually by like Monday or Tuesday of the following week. So looking forward to this particular topic because something just dropped. So we just got a new opportunity, and it is the sponsorship opportunity for gold and platinum levels. And woo man, everybody has been a buzz about it for one reason or another. Um, it's an opportunity where you get to work, you get to drive traffic to certain products. You don't necessarily have to create more content, but it's beneficial to create more content if if you have a certain strategy. We'll talk about that because again, you can actually share links from content you have already produced. And that was one of the issues that were coming up because people were like, they weren't seeing any clicks coming up for stuff they already had, but we don't know if there's a time delay. Again, we're just getting this, we're just starting to use it. It just came out. So we don't know if there's a delay when it comes to when the clicks go through and when we actually see the clicks. But people who have been getting clicks from offsite, they've been getting it usually within 24 hours or so. That's what we've kind of seen so far. Yes, the PDF came out by email. If someone, Ahud, are you able to grab the link from the PDF? It's in our chat. It's in our team chat. Uh, so we'll
Let
put
me
that in the
let me
comments.
look. Yeah, let me look for it.
Okay, okay. We'll put that in the comment section. And so it details the whole thing out. Let's talk about one of the things that stands out the most is you cannot get paid for sponsorship and affiliate. So if you have a product that you have clicked for both, if it's clicks coming through, you get paid clicks. If a affiliate comes through, you'll get paid the affiliate commission, but you won't get the clicks. And so we don't know how they're supposed to be paying, like divvying that up, but not all of the campaigns that are available for sponsorship have campaigns that are a part of the Affiliate Plus program. So you actually have to go through and do the work of going through these actual campaigns. Now, is it easy? If you have Oink, it's like Oink has become the that was easy button. If you want to go ahead and see what you already have products, you already have content for, Oink has an option to be able to go through and get that and grab all of those. But again, we're still trying to see if we're getting uh, the commission from clicks for on site, or it may have been that they were still trying to get the system finalized in the backdrop, right? That part. All right, so let me go through. Let me go back. Okay. Shout out to David Peters because he said he checked wow when he jumped on the call and he's already started getting paid for clicks. So he put that. So shout out to you, David Peters. G Webs has a question. How many people clicked select all? Now that was one of the things I wanted to hit on because some people again saw it as an opportunity. Great, I can make money. hit collect, select all, let's go, give them to me, all of them. And here's the problem with that. Now, something that's not in the documentation, thank you to Antoine for, Andrew. I said Antoine. Thank you to Andrew for putting that in the comment section. Um, and again, if you did not see it, it should be in your email that you got from Amazon. They sent out quite a few emails this week, so you should have gotten emails about a couple things. One of the things was, okay, so we got, again, you can accept all the campaigns, and they're supposed to be giving you 500 a day, and they're supposed to be changing them out regularly, like they're adding new ones. But also, the sponsorship campaigns are tailor-made to the content that you already are posting, so you'll see stuff that's relevant to you, which is pretty cool. And I'll tell you later why that's how you can use that later on down the line. But the other thing is, there's a section for you to upload a link to the actual content. Now, we know that with our Affiliate Plus campaigns, we no longer have to upload a link to content. We can just accept the campaigns. And as of right this moment, they have not said anything about us having to upload a link for the sponsorship campaigns. But be it that it's there, beware. Because how much sense would it make to accept all of these campaigns for sponsorship? And remember, it's for clicks. So if you're not creating any content or already have content, you're not driving any clicks to the actual products. Unless you have a deals page, a Facebook group, unless you are posting in your stories, like there's some things that people have been doing, but what is the benefit of you accepting them all if it's for clicks, and that means somebody has to actually click on that product? Andrew just said, I went through last night and made a dozen picks for articles so I can get that PPC. Exactly. And that's that pay per click. So there's opportunities here. And again, if you did not get the, if you are not in gold and platinum, hold on. I got you. I got you. Because the way that people are marketing to be able to get some of the offsite clicks that they've started getting already are ways that you can go ahead and market so that way you can go and kind of level up to that gold level, right? Because you at least need to be in gold in order to have access to this opportunity. Sandy said, so if we get 100 clicks and make one sale, we only get paid on the sale via affiliate and not the EPC. Right. So that's the problem, because it just tells us we just get the affiliate. It says it clear as day. So that may mean if you have a product that you're already getting sales on, it's not beneficial for you to get the click. But when the affiliate, if you do accept it, when the affiliate campaign ends, the Affiliate Plus campaign ends, you'll still be getting the clicks if it's still available. Now, there's some things that I noticed that I want to highlight before we get into this any deeper. For one, there's no end date on these sponsorships that we can see. There's an end date, but we can't see an end date. And we've been kind of let know, like the cat has been let out of the bag a little bit, that some of these campaigns are only for like 10 days. Again, they want you hyper focused on these particular products. That's why the sponsorships are happening. So that's number one. There's no end date on there. So all you will see when you look at the sponsorship is you'll see, if you won't even see the amount that's available to be paid for the sponsorship. You'll get the estimated amount that you'll get per click, the EPC, right? You'll see if it's a low, medium, or high amount when it comes to the actual, oops, sorry about that. Sorry about that. You'll get the high, medium, low, medium, or high. That's the budget, but you don't see an actual budget. Crazy. So you don't see an actual budget. You don't see a timeline, a end date for the actual campaign. Um, and I already said that you can't have the sponsored and regular where you don't get paid for both. There's no message button. So these brands that you're doing sponsorship campaigns for are not brands that you're trying to get samples from. And we had said a few months back that you were going to see them sending less and less samples. And this speaks right to that, because if they're like, no, we just want you to do something and do what you got to do to make some sales, to not make some sales, to make some, to get some, to generate some clicks, I should say, which is kind of, which is kind of interesting, because again, we saw that a lot of brands were getting very frustrated when it came to sending out samples, because content creators were not making content, or they were making content that wasn't getting any engagement, or it was taking them a really long time to actually upload the content. Like the brand side, they have so many complaints. I've heard so many complaints from the brand side about, you know, why they're like, they dread sending out samples. A lot of them sent out thousands of dollars worth of samples and they did not produce a return. And so there's that. Um, Oh, Heather said that she did click select all because she thought that they might limit the spots. But here's the thing, with them tailoring it to you specifically, it like, I don't fear them limiting the spots simply because they've tailored it to you. And so what you get and what I get, it may be two different, like completely things, because what you focus on and what I focus on is different. Andrew said people don't understand how to do PPC. They have no idea what real marketing is and think the on-site is the only thing they have to do. We've also talked about over the last several months, we've literally drilled you on it. Off-site is where they want you focused on. On-site, it's already there. They want you doing some stuff off-site. So this is another way that they want you doing stuff offsite. And it came at a time where they just had us start solidifying some stuff with the Pinterest and Amazon collab. Which, if you have not gotten this opportunity, that is one of the areas where you can definitely be able to level things up. So you may have been posting on Facebook and not seeing anything happen. You may have been posting other places and not seeing anything. But because they're doing this collaboration with Pinterest, that is your opportunity for you to go ahead and get some clicks and actually start building even more for you to get to that gold level. Right? G Web said it, so much opportunity with offsite. Um, There we go. There we go. Sandy said, I love how the SS in their PDF shows crazy high earnings. Right? Facts. Right? So the what they have in the PDF, it is like these really high earnings. So you get all excited, like, oh yes, I can do this. Okay, we can. G Web said, looks like my March dashboard. Um, they want links submitted to verify content and verify where clicks traffic sources. But here's the thing. People coming in and accepting them all, they just accepted them and didn't realize I need to submit a link. The other thing is, because we don't know the actual campaign like timeline for these sponsorships, it's really hard. Like you may not have the setup where you're actually investing in stuff. Like if you are, then it's perfect because again, these are kind of tailored to what you're already putting out there. So these may be some game changers. You can kind of go in there and look around to see if there's something you want to invest in. This is not your main area that you're going to go and focus on when it comes to investing, but it is something that you can kind of, pay attention to. I did find maybe about 6 products the last time I looked through that I was like, okay, let me put this to the side because I may want to invest in these because they may do well because I've had similar products do well. Sandy said that's exactly what I thought too. Now more ways for them to catch those who don't add all their socials in the back end. Exactly. Also, another way for them to actually um like pay attention to the ones who are actually doing the work off site. Like this allows you to gain more traction for what you're doing off site. And so hold on, there's no messaging button at all. And then, of course, there are some of them that had regular campaigns at one time, so you may still be able to message them, but not all of them. Some of them have never had an affiliate plus campaign, so there's no way to message them on Creator Connections at all. Um, the other thing, a big difference that I saw too, when you're looking at the affiliate plus campaigns versus the sponsorship campaigns. Affiliate plus campaigns, if you click on the brand name, it takes you to the brand's page. You can't do that on the sponsorship. It doesn't click to anything. The only thing it'll do, like you accept the campaign. Of course, you can upload. There's a way for you to upload the information, upload your link. But outside of that, there's nothing else. Like you can't even decline a sponsorship campaign. It's just there.
Curious
Which
to know who's seeing the sponsored products. Is anybody getting any clicks that are showing up in that earnings tab?
Yes. So David Peters said earlier that he's started seeing some. And the other thing is I saw when it came to who started seeing clicks first, it was the people that were posting offsite. And the ones that I saw that were actually getting starting to see the conversion, it was Facebook posts and Pinterest. Specifically, those were the ones where people were actually showing, yo, I'm getting clicks and this is where I posted. So Facebook groups um and Pinterest were the top two that I saw that people were actually saying that they saw the conversion piece. Now for the on-site, we haven't really started seeing anything if you've already started posting those links, but we don't know if that's because there may be like a time delay with the on-site or if they might have still been kind of trying to work some things out in the background or what. um but yeah, I've seen a couple people, literally maybe 4 people, and they 4 people with actual results. Because anybody can say, oh, I'm making I'm making sales on it, but 4 people with actual results. And then like I said, David Peters posted that he had checked his when he joined the call and he saw some on his. So Andrew said you can earn on clicks and regular sales commission. If you do CC and sponsored, you will only earn from CC, not the PPC. Exactly. If the link product report, uh, mm, wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute. Would the indirect items ordered represent the Halo sales by any chance? Now, here's the thing. We don't even know. And because they're changing what we can see when it comes to reporting, that's another email that came out this week. We don't even know. We don't even know. We don't even know. That's a whole other discussion. because they're changing what we can see when it comes to reports. And if you haven't read through that email, please read through that email, because that was a whole other PDF that they sent out to us, showing us the new reporting and what it's going to look like. It's going to actually show you um, the Halo sales. I think that's what that pretty much is going to be, the Halo sales, but there's some other things with it. So you definitely need to go read through it completely. Andrew said, this is real marketing. This will show the real difference between real influencers and those all about on-site only. Very true. G Webs just gave us a picture in the chat. Yes. So it'll come, when it comes to the reporting for sponsorship, it will be under creator connections. And when you go under there, this is on your offsite dashboard. When you click on creator connections, down below, it'll say affiliate plus and it'll say sponsorship. And the affiliate plus, of course, is your regular creator connection campaigns. And then sponsorship is going to be the new ones. And it'll tell you the clicks and all of the good, juicy stuff. Andrew said, I have 12, all of which are big brands that I already do content for. Very good. G Web said, can you scroll up in the chat lane? Oh. uh, da, 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 da. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he said he had it from 23 clicks, 22 cents per click. Now, that's another thing that we want to talk about. Not every sponsorship campaign is the same amount earned per click. And so there are some that are as high as $2 or more, and there's some as low as like 3 cents. And so it's still kind of, it can be beneficial, but then it's like 3 cents. But sometimes that'll be more than what you've actually made on that particular product, because again, from what I've seen, some of the sponsorship um, campaigns that came up are products that are old products that I already had content for. So I've seen old stuff that I had product content for that never had an affiliate campaign, or it was something that I worked with them off of Creator Connections. It wasn't even through Creator Connections. Sandy said, for the Creator Connections report, it says it tracks the total clicks and total orders from your Creator Connections link. So does that mean that the links are now required in order to earn CC? So it's, oh, Andrew answered it. Andrew said, no, if you do CC and sponsored, you will not earn the PPC from sponsored. You get one or the other. So if you have CC and PPC for the same product, you will not earn the PPC until after the CC campaign ends. Right. And here's the thing, because the PPC may end before the creator connections. Because remember, most of our creator connection campaigns are for like a month. Some of these sponsorship campaigns are only for, it's a short sprint of time. It's only like a 10-day period, a 2-week period. But again, we don't even know, we don't even see what that time frame is. Oh, see, Sandy, that's what we were talking about earlier. That's why I was like, okay, so now with the sponsorship campaigns, there's the feature where you upload your content. And we know that we don't have to upload links to Creator Connections, or the Affiliate Plus, I should say. But there's a possibility that they may go back to that. They may go back to us having to upload content for the Affiliate Plus campaigns. But they haven't said anything. And for the sponsorship, they haven't even said anything for the sponsorship about really like the importance of adding. I mean, they gave us like a little snippet information about it, but they didn't say if it was being like enforced. Whereas we know for Affiliate Plus, it's not being enforced anymore. But this may mean that they slide back into it being enforced. We don't know just yet. Sandy said, I got offsite earnings within 24 hours after they launched. See, the sponsored programs, and I didn't post links for those products. I earned EPC on, yeah, there it is. Look, Pinterest and Facebook. I told y'all. Sandy said, I think I have affiliate links for those products I earned EPC in YouTube though. And that's the other one because that was where I was why I reached out to Lane and was like, Lane, check your dashboard because I want to see if YouTube, if you're going to get some clicks from YouTube, because they even tell us with the sponsored campaigns, they were talking about in the PDF, they tell us deep link, use your deep linking.
And I can tell you that I did have something come through. The problem is that I don't know where it came through from. So that's kind of the big question mark that I have because everything I create content for, I post all over to all the different platforms. So
Hmm?
I don't know where that link was attributed from.
So that's going to be the game changer because you should already be posting to YouTube. But like I said, they're already saying that they've been getting conversion from or getting clicks from Pinterest and Facebook. I have not seen anybody say they got clicks from Instagram. I have not seen anybody say they've gotten clicks from TikTok or from, any of the other platforms right now. But that's also why if you haven't gotten this opportunity yet, Pinterest and Facebook need to be where you're at. And again, like we said, with YouTube, that's your other game changer right there. So those are those platforms that you should be posting on and trying to drive traffic from because you already see that this is how people are driving traffic for the sponsorship campaigns.
And I will say too that all of my content that goes out, except of course for Amazon, is through a Genius link as well. So the Genius link connection still seems to hold true if for getting the sponsored, whatever it's called, sponsor products program. I don't know what it's called. So I wanted to point that out. If you wanted to deeply, I'm sure it works through Genius Link, Pope's Taps, Genius URL, or whatever, any of those like redirect type of things. It seems like the click is still showing through for you. So another reason to keep that and local, get all the localization from it as well.
There you go. So if you aren't deep linking, you should be deep linking. If you're not posting to YouTube, you should be posting to YouTube. That should be something a part of your regular routine.
And then
Uh,
automate everything else from there.
exactly.
Y'all
uh,
know the link, I think.
that part. Andrew said, hopefully much better than what it was, but we'll see exactly. Heather said, and what about deep linking? Should we actually be using Genius Link? Genius Link, we've heard so many good things about Genius Link. Um, it's actually beneficial, but deep linking in general, just make sure that you're deep linking because there's some people that love Post Tap and some people that love Genius Link. It's a personal preference. One of the benefits of Genius Link that I like is that when I'm posting and using my Genius Link, if there's a country that I'm starting to get engagement from and I don't already have a storefront for there, it will make the suggestion, hey, you're getting engagement from this particular place. You might want to start, go ahead and open up a storefront for that particular place. That was what led me to open up one for France and Australia, which I've started getting clicks and conversion in both on both storefronts. So it's beneficial in that way. I don't know if Post Tap does the same thing, but it's definitely, yeah, you should be deep linking 100%. I can tell you, I will give myself the naughty pat on my hand because I deep link when I post on YouTube, but when I post in my stories, I don't always deep link. And so, but um I do post in my stories because again, it's generating sales and conversion. I will say, with me being consistent again with posting in my stories, this last month I started seeing offsite go back up. Because my offsite had completely gone away. demolished. But with the YouTube and with also me posting in my stories again, beneficial. Now, what I am going to do for March, um, I'm looking at posting from my Facebook business page, doing like one post a day, as on top of my regular post that I do, and then seeing if I can generate stuff from there as well. But again, what we've seen now, Sandy, when you said you post from Facebook, was it a Facebook group or was it a Facebook page? Uh,
And I just want to add on, like the fact that they have rolled this out. I think we can all agree that it's them trying to get creators to put their stuff onto offsite, and so to be able to spread that out as much as you can would be the smartest way, I guess, to be able to tackle something like this. So if you can automate as much as you can, it's just going to get you're putting more fishing lines out there, and they're giving you a bigger pool of fish to go fishing in. Even if they just nibble, that's the click, right? You're getting a bite from there. And then from that bite, if you can reel them in, that's whenever you get the sale. So, I mean, they've opened it up even more for you to be able to make more money from if you want a good, that's the best analogy that I could come up with for you guys. But I just repurpose.io and automate, automate, automate.
Exactly, exactly. And Andrew said it, if you're not posting offsite, you're missing an opportunity. Now, for those of you that are in bronze and gold, and this is your opportunity to do a couple things. For one, take inventory of what you're doing and see what's working. So if you're posting off site and you're not getting any traction, you're not getting any clicks, you're not getting any conversion or sales, then you may be posting in the wrong areas, the wrong places. Um, so you may want to look at that. It may be that, again, it may be like you're posting in an old group and you're no longer getting engagement from that group or something along that lines. Like there's so many things, especially with the way Facebook will throttle stuff and change stuff up and change who sees what notifications and everything without us even really knowing. But this is your opportunity to take the time and say what's working when it comes to my offsite. If I'm not getting any offsite traffic, then Pinterest and Facebook are going to be the way to go. Now, we have a lot of people that do blog, well, not a lot. We have people that do blogs, we have people that do deals pages. Here's the thing with the deals pages, I've had brands say that of course it's not beneficial for them because it's just a bunch of deals thrown up on a page and people aren't really clicking or like being able to look for something specific because it's just a whole bunch of stuff. It's not really organized. It's just throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks. But if you have something that's a little more organized, that may be beneficial. Um, but we just don't know just yet. And now, if you're somebody that's driving a lot of traffic to a deals page, like you have a pay, and remember, make sure everything is connected in your back end, please. Please make sure everything that you are using is connected in your back end. If you are using a flow page, if you're using a deals page, if you're using any of them, Linktree, that listen, make sure a website, a blog, make sure it's connected in your back end. Because this will be the time where you get caught up.
I'd like to point out too, going like talking about blog type stuff, because that's one thing that I have. And whenever a post goes out on my blog, you can also set up more automations from the blog, kind of like repurpose.io does for, I use it for YouTube videos, but you can do it through TikTok, and I think Facebook is the other source. And then it'll spread it out everywhere else. But if you're doing a blog, you can still automate from the blog going out to other places as well. There's plenty of like WordPress plugins to be able to like take the featured image and post that out on social, and take some of the, the introduction of your text of your blog post and post that out, or pictures that you might have in there. You can get that to go out everywhere else, everywhere. And the point that I'm bringing up is that you're just putting out more fishing lines. You're putting out more of those links. One thing that I do with mine is with the blog, you can have the excerpt, and in the excerpt, I put my Genius link. And then whenever I set up my automation, whenever my excerpt goes out, it goes out with the picture, that and the link all in one nice little package right there. So anywhere that I can post a picture, that's going to go out onto all those social platforms again with that Genius link. So it's just repurposing not only the videos that we're doing, but taking the time to do the blog side as well and then get that. So it's like a spread of the video and then a spread of the image in the blog.
Exactly. And again, it even though we do like whatever you do, you need to monitor for the next at least 60 days. Because you can't do it for a week and be like, oh, it didn't work. This is brand new. They're still working things out in the background because y'all know whenever they set something up, there's so many kinks and twists and turns and things that don't work, things that, okay. So you give it 60 days. So whatever plan you put in place, give yourself the next 60 days to be deliberate and intentional about how you're posting and where you're posting. So that way, at the end of those 60 days, you'll be able to come back and say, okay, this worked, this didn't work. Like, again, we're still getting some of the beginning stages of what converted a little bit faster, what's working, what's not working, but that'll give you a surefire foundation to stand on, so that way you know where you can add some things in. G Web said, so you think Amazon knows we sent the person to them for the paid per click even though we use Genius Link? Yes, they do, because your affiliate link is attached to the Genius Link. Yeah, so your affiliate link is attached to the Genius Link. And Sandy's my fault. My fault. Sandy said not Facebook. She posted on YouTube and Pinterest. And I will go back because she also asked, is anyone using the product tagging feature on Pinterest using a deep link for the product tagging? I haven't just yet, but moving forward, I am about to start using the deep linking on Pinterest. Simply because, again, with me seeing that some people have started getting clicks, and it was the one of the main places was Pinterest. I said, oh yeah, no, I need to get on my grind. I need to get on the job. Antoine said, let's go fishing. Antoine said, when I heard about this, I created a few links and only posted to Twitter, and I saw I got paid 81 cents for one click. So that's another place. And Antoine said he used a deep link. And the other thing is, again, when you're looking at these sponsorships, look at the EPC, the possible earnings per click, because some of them are nice. There's some that I saw that were like $2. I said, oh, I'm going for those. And then there's some that were like 3 cents. And I was like, I mean, I might, if I already have content for it, I'm going to go for it. But I don't know. We want to see. Megan said, is creator connection down for anyone else right now? Yeah, a few answers came in.
It's not for me.
Okay.
Um, I wonder if you got rate limited. Were you doing
Oh,
something?
yeah, that's a possibility.
Possibility.
G Web said, question. So if it's retroactive and it can understand a deep link, then why wouldn't we click select all every day? Simply because, so it's for a click to the product from a link or from content. So if you're not sharing an actual link, like it's one thing. So when somebody goes and buys something and you get like the Halo sale, it's because they watched your content and then they bought something else and you get the Halo sale, right? But with this sponsorship, is they want them clicking directly on the product. So they're either going to click on the product from your video, like directly to that exact product, not something somebody already bought, or they're going to click on your actual link that you're posting to go right to it. Um, so it's like they're looking for you to be, it feels like, I will say it like this, because again, they haven't specified any of this yet. We should see a webinar probably sometime soon, but it feels like they're looking for people to be a lot more deliberate about actually driving content to these or driving traffic specifically to these products. It not just being on a whim that like somebody just happens to click on it. They want you driving actual traffic to it. Andrew said that part. G Web said, no, wait, go back. Okay. Because we need to create content for each product. Well, some type of content or already have content. G Web said, but we might have already. Right. The content you already have, that's what we're saying. We haven't, we're starting to see now if the content you already have links for, then you may start getting clicks for those. But it may be a time delay in when you see the actual reporting come up about it. But the people that were actually creating content were getting clicks within 24 hours. So it was a big difference. Um, okay. Oh, Deborah just made a suggestion in the comments as well. Is this where Idealist posts offsite would support these sponsored products? That's content, right? Exactly. So LTK, Binnable, Pinterest, YouTube, um, like depending on the type of platform, if you have a link tree, if you have a flow page where you're putting an actual content link in there and you don't actually have to have the product, something like that, you can be driving content to, driving traffic to certain things. um that's why we say with a deals page, don't know if it'll work the same, because sometimes it's just a bunch of stuff on the deals page and it's not really like specific unless you're driving traffic to some specific things on that page. But we don't know if there's like, if you just blindly accept all, if it's beneficial at all. Like that's why I said we're in the beginning stages of this, so we're still trying to figure some things out. So we won't know. And there are some people that did go and accept all, but also some of the ones that I've seen that have accepted all haven't gotten any clicks yet. So we're trying to see. And again, because the window, we don't know the exact window for each campaign, which is weird. Because you don't know if it's a campaign for a week, you don't know if it's a campaign for a month, you don't know. Yeah, we just don't know how beneficial that'll be. G Web said, but if some of us are already getting paid earnings and they didn't even know they were in PPC, they didn't do anything other than accept the new CC. Right. But it was from content they already had. It wasn't just like, it wasn't from a Halo sale. It was from content. Yeah, it was from actual content that they already had. So like it was, they had a picture of the product, posted it, they got the content. They had a video or a picture or something already on their storefront and they got it from there. So it wasn't for random stuff. It was for stuff they already had content for. Andrew said, I'd be careful about Linktree. Not sure if they consider that a link farm. Um, I'm glad you said that, because I don't remember what they had talked about it, but it was a while back when they had talked about us being able to do it. But we know things change as well. So I know we had to make sure that it was in our back end Because I know I that was one thing that came up was that they had to be in the back end, but we haven't heard anything else from that. G Web said I only accepted like six. Listen, I and here's the thing: if you have Oink, Oink has a feature that goes through and sees what you already have content for and accepts everything that you already have content for. So there's that. No, oh, Megan said, I guess I'm the only lucky one. Y'all know, because yeah, it'll throttle sometimes. If you're doing too much, it feels like you're doing too much. It'll slow you down. So here's the thing with Oink. He set it up so that way you can do it for the sponsorship campaigns. But because we did not know what it was going to do, he was like, I don't know if it's going to be beneficial for you or not. It's there. It's there. I've done it. I did it. A sidebar, the new updates on Oink are just chef's kiss. I did it, but we're still trying to see. Yeah. Yeah, and Rob said that he's doing another update for the PPC also. Um, oh, with the new Oink, you no longer have to do a daily fetch. So you can go to your creator connections, and when check daily sales, it does the fetch for you on both offsite and on site. Like there's so many updates. You got to go look at all the updates. He just made it so much easier, and it breaks down more of, so you see exactly how many campaigns were found that match versus how many you didn't already have, and all of the, like, he break it, it's all broken down for you now. um yeah, yeah, the new Oink update does the PPC.
Yeah, that new Oink update is pretty awesome if y'all haven't checked it out yet. It's like if you want to get into some automation stuff, he's set up like timers for it to be able to do pulls, like storefront pulls, for it to be able to do daily fetches. He's got a new Agent Oink thing in there, which is awesome. I ran it this morning. It found like 100 products for me, and I can message all those brands. Yeah, I was pretty impressed by what I see. And the submission of links, you can do both, on Affiliate Plus and the new sponsored, whatever it's called. I'm sorry, I don't even have my camera on. You can submit all your links through his tool automatically as well. So uh, that like whenever I saw those things come out, because I had like all the little macro clickers going for the daily fetches. Every morning I'd have to do a creator connections fetch on my storefront page, and we would always get rate limited because my wife was going in and trying to do her thing that she does. But now they can all run in the middle of the night while we're sleeping, and so it's just amazing everything that he's got going on. Like he's been putting through some pretty incredible updates this week, and Amazon's been changing so much too. So he's I'm impressed by how well he is able to keep up with everything.
Hey, Antoine.
Hey there. Can you hear me?
I sure
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to have Oink, man. I know when it first came out, I slept on it, but man, since I've been using it, it has been a game changer. And like you say, all the updates, I actually told my team today, I don't know how somebody's doing this by themselves. I got a team helping me. And I'm like, hey guys, we got to focus here. It's just so many avenues. And like you say, so many different social medias, and you're like the jack of all trade, master of none. It is getting to be difficult. And so, but like I say, some of these other tools that manage your social media and help you schedule, that's kind of what I told my team today, because they've been working hard. They even work Sundays. I like, look, guys, no, I don't. I want you to work 5 days a week, schedule this stuff. And I think you said it before. Is have a day where you shoot stuff, and then have a day of editing, have a day posting. But if you try to keep up this stuff, it's overwhelming. But you got to get on. I would just say, guys, if you're not on, you should be pro by now.
That part. And listen, that's the thing. That's why I said if you don't have gold, this is your game plan for you to get gold.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no way that you wouldn't be able to make it to gold status
Mm-hmm.
by the by in that 60-day time frame if you're doing what you see us doing when it comes to these sponsorship campaigns, because you're going to be right in the same flow. So if you see
Mm-hmm.
that people are getting clicks, they're getting engagement from these different platforms, then that needs to be a part of your strategy. The thing that you got to pay attention to though is if you're doing it part-time versus full-time. You hear a lot of
Mm-hmm.
us talking, and a lot of us are doing this full-time. But if you're doing it part-time, that's where you got to be really deliberate and strategic about where you're posting, how you're posting, and
Mm-hmm.
you got to have that automation set up.
I think you said something earlier too. Is I noticed where I was posting my links, I wasn't getting engagement. One thing, I've been on TikTok. I love TikTok. It's pretty fun. But one thing I'm learning is you have to have a community. So a lot of people that's making a lot of money up here has a community, has a following, and they're interacting. So that's kind of what I'm going to start focusing on now. And actually with these new click things, that's actually going to help me, trying to stir some off-site traffic to Amazon.
That part.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
And then I just saw, thank you, Lane, for posting that in the comments section.
You're
And they
welcome.
said, no worries, G West.
Oh yeah, that's another update that he did. Whenever you like before or before the recent update, you had to like fetch your sales, go into your earnings
Hmm.
tab, click on that to get everything, and then go back
Yeah.
to creator connections and then click that again to be able to start the automation. He now, whenever you click fetch sales, it does all that for you.
Wow.
And it grabs offsite and on-site at the same time. So you
Wow.
literally click one button and it just fires off. And then with the timers, if you go into the account on the side, there's a timers tab. You can set it up to run that fetch in the middle of the night or at 3 p.m. or whenever you want to do it. You can set it up on the quarter hour, I believe. So, and you can set up to 10 timers. So if you want to run it multiple times a day, you can do that. You can do your storefront fetch on a timer. You can do Agent Oink on a timer. Like I'm surprised that the price of that tool has not gone up more than it has
Because
already.
I'm like, oh my goodness, but the stuff he's adding now
Dude,
and
like
how beneficial it is, I'm like, oh, y'all know it's coming.
your time is money,
It's
right? Money
coming.
is
It's
time.
coming.
So, and a lot of people they complain about being on a lower tier status or whatever, and it's because like you literally need the tools to be able to level up to the next game. If you look at Claire's recent report that she put out, it says the top influencers are using tools, and these are the tools that are being used the most. And I think it was either Oink or Viral View that they're kind of neck and neck at the top. And so, highly recommend Oink. Like, especially with all the automation stuff that he's putting in, I'm impressed.
That. The other part is, y'all, you're in a community. If you hit a wall, if you get stuck with something, if you have a question, ask right there in the group. Come to the calls, ask during the calls. You hear us going back and forth with the different questions that are coming up in the comments. Like you have a community of people that can come and kind of give you feedback, because the reality is we're all trying to manage this and learn and grow, and you may just be trying to get to another level. You may be just trying to get to goals. Somebody else may be trying to make six figures. Somebody else may be just trying to make five figures or four figures just to add extra income. Whatever that is, we a lot of us have gone through those steps. And so we could tell you where we made mistakes. We could tell you we could tell you what we did wrong, but we can also tell you what went right. And so that's why with this sponsorship program, we're all in this journey together. So even if you haven't gotten to gold yet, you can still get the tools and resources to, again, to be able to level up to gold. And then once you get to gold, you'll have what you need so that way you can hit the ground running. You don't have to worry about, you know, trying to trying to figure it out, trying to figure it out on your own. Right? They said it in the comments, offsite, offsite, offsite.
100%.
We come back. Let's say off topic If we aren't able to see our sales anymore with the new reporting, what will that do to Logi? Now, that is an interesting question too, because if what she's talking about is there's reporting is about to change, and so there are some things on our reports that we will no longer be able to see. So I don't know, Ahud, did you want to talk about that now, or did you want to? Are you going to talk about that at the 2 p.m.?
Can you hear me with my earpiece?
Sure, can.
Good. So yeah, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna try to talk about it at the 2 p.m. session. But yeah, that's pretty big news from Amazon, and we saw what it looks like in Australia already. Um, let's just say that based on what we're hearing, it is one of the not so kind things that Amazon has been doing lately. Just because when it comes to being fair to your creators and the people that you work for and your stakeholders, they're literally taking away the ability to know what you're doing. You're going to be blindfolded and just not know what works and what's not. So you're basically shooting in the dark and hoping that something will catch. And Amazon is saying, just trust us. If you sell something, we'll pay you, but we won't tell you that you did it. We'll just show you that you sold the unit. We're not going to tell you what unit you sold. We're not going to. Very bad, very bad. But yeah, we're going to talk about it more in depth at the 2 p.m. or at least we'll try. And that's going to be big. That's a very big thing that is coming to us, guys.
And hopefully that's just an update to, they're moving some things to like the creator API, that new API that they're bringing out, and hopefully it's not just totally gone.
Actually, it's not. Actually, it's not. It's
It's
actually very clear. They said it very clearly that they want to take away all the data and they don't want to share the data anymore. Um, the
wow.
creators API is very very cleanly just a replacement of the PA API, the PAPI, in a way that is very much more limiting.
Yeah.
It's just a part of the strategy to right now just take away all the data and not let anyone know what's working and what's not and keep all the data with them. It's going backwards after 15 years that the program was open. They decided today to take it backwards instead of taking it forward.
It's
So,
crazy.
so that it is a very big thing. I don't even know if it's legal to do something like that, but yeah, but they did a huge thing, and also the way that they did it in a very manipulative way. We're
Hmm.
going to talk about it at 2 p.m. Hopefully, if everything will work out the way I planned it, because I have a drive to do now, so I hope I'll make it on time. But yeah, but it's going to be very fascinating, and I think that big things are going to happen, and every single player in the field, whether it's Oink or Fluencer Food or Viral View or Logi, every single one of us is going to have to make huge changes, and creators
Yep.
will no longer have the data that they needed to decide what's
Yep.
working for them and what's not. And that's just Amazon's way of keeping all the cards close to their chest and not letting anyone know what's going on except for them. Um, so yeah, so that means get ready to get blindfolded, and we're gonna see that in starting in March, and everybody's gonna see it. I took a ride for the Australian marketplace to see what it looks like, and it's just literally you're there and you see nothing. They tell you, oh, last month you sold 139 units and you made $54. Okay, what did I sell? When did I sell it? How many units? What was my earnings per unit? What? Nothing. They literally take all that away and they're just telling you in a summarized way, oh, you're doing good. You're doing good. Just keep on working. If you'll sell, we'll let you know. And yeah, so very frustrating. A lot of creators are going to feel that once they start going into the data and seeing what was working for them and saying that they don't have any access to this data. So we'll talk about it at 2 p.m. and hopefully we'll hear from the creators themselves how and what they think about this change that is coming in. And we'll also take a look at, well, we can't really take a look at the PDF that was shared because it's confidential, but we can definitely mention that it is written in a way that is pretty manipulative, making you feel as if there's something new coming in, where in fact it's actually telling you that a lot of things are being taken away from you. And some of the most important sentences are actually hidden under numbers and labels that they put on it. So you won't see that they're actually telling you, oh, we're not showing you the actual data. We're just showing you, what we want to show you. And we might skew it and change it. And but don't worry about it. Just trust us, you know. So that's why I don't trust Amazon with something like that.
Yeah, that was one of the things that kind of caught me off guard was as you were looking through these PDFs, look through the whole thing. Like there's some stuff that's being covered by the numbers when they're like numbering what the different pieces or the different parts of the reports are and stuff. But make sure that you are reading the whole PDF. I cannot stress that enough. Read
Also,
the
put it through
whole
Chat GPT if you can't understand it.
that part. Yeah, a lot of people will go and throw it in Chat GPT so that way they can get like break this down, make me understand this as if you were talking to a third grader. What I mean, however you need to do it, but you need to make sure that you are paying attention. So that's two different PDFs. We have the PDF that talks about creator connections, which again is the affiliate plus and the sponsorship. Both of those are on one PDF. And then you have the other one that talks about the changes that are coming to the reporting that they're going to be changing on March 9th. Both of those are emails that you should have gotten. So make sure that you are checking your emails for those. And again, as an influencer, a content creator, you should be checking your emails at least once a day, but if not, at least once a week, to make sure that you are checking in on the things that are changing. Hey, Rachel, how are you? Um, yeah, Andrew said there's so much in the PDF. I had Chrome read it to me in reading mode. It's like 20 pages of info. Exactly. Do we still have reps? Most of the influencers, I think, don't have reps anymore. Um, yeah, that we have it. Most of the influencers that had reps no longer have the reps. Um, and even when it came to like the webinars that they were doing and things like that, we don't see all of those as much anymore either. So the support looks real different on this end as it stands right now. Um, yep, definitely. So looking forward to it though, guys. We again, this is why we have these sessions so we can go ahead and kind of break some of these things down from what we know. Because again, we're not perfect. We're still trying to find things out. We're still trying to understand it as well. And we come and give the feedback. If something works, great. If something doesn't work, well, we can come and give that feedback as well. We have the 2 o'clock call, the 2 o'clock Logie call with Eileen. We're going to be doing a Q&A. Super excited for her to be doing that one. Also, if you missed something or you're like, I want to follow up with somebody from the call, go into the group and you can always do a post and kind of tag them in the post so that way you can ask them directly or send them a friend's request and reach out to them that way. Was there anything else that we needed to hit on real quick before we head out? I think I got everything.
Go film something.
All right, so y'all got homework. Homework is if you're not in gold, what's your strategy so that way you can start posting off site? Are you looking at what's not working and going ahead and scrapping that and finding some things that work? Those of you that are in gold and platinum that are using this opportunity, offsite, 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 automate. And right now we've seen YouTube, Pinterest, Facebook are the three that we've seen people getting. Oh no, and Twitter. I'm sorry, X, formerly known as. So those are the four that we have confirmation that people have been getting clicks from. Ooh, sorry about that. Okay, super excited. Thank you so much. Thank you to the team. Thank you, Emmy. Thank you, Ahud. I look forward to talking to you guys. See you guys at 2. And if not, you guys have a great weekend. See ya.
Bye, y'all.